Hello little lavenders, on today's video we are going to be talking about sloths. Now if you know me, you know that one thing that I love is sloths. Look at my little cute hat. And so we're going to be diving into fun facts about them and even more what we can learn from these fun facts. So all together for you today I have 6 facts. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so the first fact. Sloths are 3 times stronger than humans. Now when you think about a sloth, you're probably thinking of this cute little animal that just, does nothing, sleeps, eat, repeat. And you would not be wrong, but they are strong. They possess strength stronger than we do. And I mean, isn't that kind of crazy? We sometimes don't know the inner strength that we possess because we put limits on ourselves or other people's put limits on us. From the moment that they are born, sloths can hold their entire body weight with one hand. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I need a moment to process. And I already knew the fact, but saying it out loud, it was just like, ooh. You are so much stronger than you think. You are so much stronger than others think. Since birth, you have been you. And that is a big statement. And I'm gonna unpack that a bit. What I mean by that is from the moment that you were born, you were put onto this earth with purpose. And that was to be you. In whatever form you choose to be, it was to be yourself. And being yourself is harder than it sounds. I mean, it's difficult to be you in a world where everyone wants to be like everybody else, and those that are different, they get picked on, they get shamed, they're given labels, nerd, stuff like that. And it's difficult. I'm not gonna kid around and say life is rainbows, butterflies, and sunshine all the time. But there are good moments. And I know it's hard. Because we have all these thoughts going on in our head telling us what we can and cannot do. And thoughts about who we are and the experiences that we've had that sometimes we think makes us who we are, but they don't. They're just part of your life story, and that's a beautiful thing. Those self-depreciating thoughts are nothing more than lies. I mean, they're lies that your brain has created, and not without reason. You've probably heard it from other people, you've seen it on media, you've taken this in somehow and internalized it, and that is not your fault. But I want you to know that you are so much stronger than what you think, and that you can honestly, and I know it sounds cheesy, but you can do anything that you want, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. And I think in general, we would benefit as a society if we stop trying to tell people what they can and can't do, or what they should be, or who they should be. Let them figure it out themselves. And that's the thing, you have the tenacity, you have the strength to do it, to go after what you want, to go after those goals that you set for yourself. You can do it. Just like the sloth, 3 times stronger than us, and no one would have ever guessed it. If only sloths knew what we humans think about them. One slap and it's all over. So if you can take anything away from this first fun fact, I want you to know this. You can do it. And that you are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. All the battles that you fought in silence, all the tears you've wept on your own, no one else may see those moments, but you've been through those moments. And I want you to know that you can do it. Give yourself some credit, give yourself some grace, also go after what you want. Second fun fact, sloths are really good at swimming. In fact, they're actually faster in water than they are on land. But what can we learn from that? Well, so many things. I think the first message that comes to mind is go where water's you, and double entendre? No, but seriously, go where you're appreciated, go where you flourish. Do not settle for the place that you're in. Do not settle for the life that you're living if you're not content with it. If it's not what you want, then go after what it is you want. But in order to be able to do that, you need to be able to play to your strengths. Don't just say, oh, because my mom owned this bookstore and her, mom owned the bookstore and her great owned the bookstore, I have to own the bookstore. If the bookstore is not where you are thriving, in order to know where you thrive best, you're gonna have to try out different things. And some things will work, some things won't, some things you'll like, and some things you'll dislike. But it's all part of the process. And you're not gonna know until you try it, until you put yourself in a different environment. You won't never know how far you can go. If there's one key takeaway to give you with this fact, is that you have to try new things in order to know where you will best succeed. It's impossible to know. You have to try new things. You have to expand your horizons. You can't be a new person if you're in the same environment. Whether that is mentally or physically, something has to change. Third fun fact, sloths rarely leave their trees only once a week to relieve themselves. Okay, this fact is a little interesting because I'm actually gonna interpret it in a bit of a different way, but are we being like sloths in the sense that are we only leaving our comfort zone when we have to? We're not enthusiastic about leaving it. We're only doing it when it's a must. I really want you to ask yourself, like, am I taking the leaps? Am I taking that step to get to where I need to go? You have to put yourself out there. In life, we have wants and we have needs. And yeah, the sloth only needs to leave the tree once a week to use the bathroom, and it's good. But there are things that we want. And I think you have to dig deep to find out what it is that you want and how it is that you're gonna get there. And it's probably not by only leaving. I hope you're not only leaving once a week to use the bathroom. I mean, you shouldn't have to leave. You should be able to do it in your flat. And this is a sidetrack. So fun fact number 4, sloths are really picky about where they poop. That once a week that they leave their tree to use the bathroom, they will traverse to the same tree to use the bathroom. Like, they're not mucking about. And I take away 2 key themes from this. Firstly, consistency. If you're gonna do something, do it consistently. It's only through consistency that we build habits and that we build practices. But the second key theme is without control, there is no consistency. And what I mean by that is, okay, don't say, oh, I want to start yoga. Oh, I also want to go to the gym. Oh, also, I'm going to start writing a book. Also, I'm going to pick up piano. Breathe. Stop. It is okay to just focus. I know society makes it seem like we have to be superhumans that do everything, but it's okay to hone in on your skills and what you want. Just like that sloth hones in on that tree to use the bathroom. It's okay to focus on the one thing that you want to do, or the 1 or 2 things that you want to do. You don't have to do it all. Pick what you like and go from there. See where it takes you. Okay, we're getting near the end. So fun fact number 5, sloths have been around for 65.5 million years. But obviously, the sloths have something figured out, and I think it's a lesson that we can all implement in our daily lives. A slow-paced lifestyle sometimes gets you further than a fast-paced lifestyle. And I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes you do need to take deep breaths. Sometimes you do need to schedule time for yourself. That's a big thing. Make sure in your calendar when you're booking, oh, this is my friend's birthday, oh, I have this meeting that evening. Make sure you're booking in your calendar some time for yourself, because we need those moments to recharge and to be the best version of ourselves so that we can show up for the people in our lives as best as we can, and not just them, but show up for ourselves. The reason that sloths have been around this long is because they live a low expenditure lifestyle. And it's clearly a good survival strategy because they've lasted this long. Another fun fact, this is not actually the fun fact, but we would not have avocados without sloths. So I just thought I would shout that out. But that's not part of the list. So pretend I didn't say that. Anyway, avocados aside, the real message here is that it is okay to take a deep breath. It is okay to just be yourself without the pressure of trying to be anyone else. And you can only be that in those quiet moments when you are alone. And I know that sounds scary because we live in such a consumerist world where it feels like we're always surrounded by people, even with social media. But sometimes just take a few moments every day for yourself and see how you feel. So that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm very excited for this series. I will be doing more animals. So please comment and let me know what animal I should do next about spiritual lessons that we can learn from them. Okay, thank you. Bye. Oh, and not to be corny, but like, comment, and subscribe.